Hey Geeks, it's Andrea, and I am here with Josh today. We both grew up watching and playing with Ninja Turtles, so as you can imagine, we have a bit of a love for these 4 crime-fighting reptiles. So today we are bringing you 10 crazy Ninja Turtle facts. Alright Geeks, let's go.
10. Whitewashing.
When you think of April O'Neil, you probably think of her as a white woman in a yellow jumpsuit and likely with red hair. Well, this wasn't always the case. In the original comics, April O'Neil was actually an African-American woman with a jerry curl.
9.
Power Rangers in space. Believe it or not, the Ninja Turtles made a cameo in a Power Rangers series. In the episode Shell Shock, they were brainwashed by Astronema in an attempt to take down those pesky Power Rangers. Fortunately, all things end well. If you want to know how, well, you'll have to watch it for yourself.
8. Gigantic budget.
If you like the new hideous turtle faces, then you can be happy knowing more money was spent on the 2014 movie than all previous Ninja Turtle movies combined. Michael Bay spent $125 million making those faces. Unfortunately, overall, it still had the lowest approval rating of all the Ninja Turtle movies to date. Keeping in mind that the internet has changed things since the original movies, I can still see it in my nightmares because those faces are horrible.
7.
They fought the devil. The Ninja Turtles are known for fighting simple bad guys. You know, purse snatchers, burglars, common criminals. Which, by the way, is a term that makes me very uncomfortable. There should be nothing common about criminals. Moving on, in one of their many strange comics, the Turtles fought one of the 2 devils you will find in this list. In a creepy storyline, Mr. Knoll claimed that he was the devil and even had his own Horsemen of the Apocalypse to fight alongside him. Mr. Knowles was among the most violent storylines in the original Archie comics.
6. Splinter.
When first creating the Ninja Turtles, Kevin Eastman used a lot of inspiration from another well-known superhero, Daredevil. If you are a Marvel on Netflix lover like we are, you probably remember Daredevil's mentor being called Stick. When naming the mentor to train the Turtles, it was only fitting that he be named Splinter.
5.
Jim Henson. It's pretty safe to assume that you or your parents grew up watching Jim Henson's work. He was a pioneer in his genre and had his hand in many child-friendly projects. When it was time to bring the Ninja Turtles to life for their big screen debut, Jim Henson was brought in to help give them that life that they needed to be believable. Unfortunately, after watching the movie, Jim Henson was upset because he felt there was too much violence in the film.
4. Too violent for toys.
Alright, speaking of too violent, a major toy company, Playmates Toys, refused to make memorabilia based off the first movie because it was too violent and overall too dark of a movie to them. They did create toys for the sequel, however, because it's always better to latch on to the less quality but less violent sequels.
3.
Suck it, Playmates. The first movie was the highest grossing independent film at the time of its release. You may wonder how such a huge movie could have been independent, as I did when I saw this fact, but it was. After being turned down by almost every single major studio in Hollywood, the movie was shot mostly in North Carolina with a budget of $13.5 million. Not every no is a defeat though. The film made over $200 million worldwide, making this independent movie the 9th highest grossing film of 1990.
2. Not human.
Alright, before I get into this, I need to preface by saying that many weird things happened in the comics. Now that you're aware of this, there was a young artist character named Kirby that had a magic crystal that brought anything he drew to life. Apparently, April O'Neil's dad had some of this crystal and sketched the daughter he wanted. Naturally, April takes this information about as well as anyone would by freaking out.
1.
Hitler? That is not a name I ever expected to use on here. Like in the real world, Hitler was pure evil in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comics. And, well, things got a little weird. Hitler's brain is somehow still working several decades after World War II. So naturally, he creates a robot body and goes back in time to find himself and change the outcome of the war. All ends well though, and weirdly, after the Turtles destroy his brain from the robot, non-robot Hitler tries to get it, but instead he gets a face full of Raphael's fists. Instead of accepting defeat, he points the gun at our heroes. It's okay though, because fast-thinking Leonardo convinces Hitler that he is in hell. They are demons who already have his soul, so they came for his brain for some reason. Hitler, of course, doesn't want these demons to have his brain, so he kills himself with a bullet to the head, destroying his brain. Can we all just admit that this one is weird and move on? on.
Alright geeks, that's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you heard, hit that subscribe button for us. Help us out by liking and sharing the video with your friends. Make sure to follow us on Twitter to hang out and know what video we're making before you can see it here on YouTube. Andrea tends to randomly tweet out Steam code giveaways when she's in a good mood, so look out for those there too. Alright geeks, we'll see you next time.